Hello everyone, this is anchor person Ehsan Iqbal and you are watching Khabardan. We are going to tell you about the official warn of catastrophic storm surge with Hurricane Laura. Here's what you need to know. Number 1. Forecasters say Laura could cause an unsurvivable storm surge. Number 2. As eyewall near shore, storm threatens to bring tornadoes and flash floods. Number 3. The geography of the region around Lake Charles offers little buffer. Number 4. Evacuees fill up hotel rooms in San Antonio and Austin. Number 5. Two planes sent to evacuate a city in Laura's path took off empty. Number 7. Stay or go. The coronavirus is complicating the decision to evacuate. And the last one is evacuation shelters are adjusting for the virus too. Audience, Hurricane Laura, a major category 4 storm, hurtled toward the coasts of Louisiana and Texas on Wednesday, prompting dire warning from state leaders about life-threatening conditions as the storm rapidly gained strength. The storm had sustained winds of about 150 miles per hour, with higher gusts as it powered north through the Gulf of Mexico. The National Hurricane Center said some strengthening is still possible before landfall. Through the storm's most perilous threat may be what forecasters called an unsurvivable storm surge. Building up in front of Laura as it pushed through the Gulf was a surge of water that could reach as high as 15 to 20 feet in places. The center said the extend up to 40 miles inland. The center warned that large and destructive waves will cause catastrophic damage to a roughly 150-mile portion of the Gulf Coast from Sea Rim State Park in Texas to Intracoastal City. Late on Wednesday, Beaumont, Port Arthur, Texas and Lake Charles were put under extreme wind warning until 1 a.m. local time. Treat these imminent extreme winds as if a tornado was approaching, the National Weather Service in Lake Charles said. During Hurricane Harvey in 2017, torrential rains submerged Port Arthur and parts of Beaumont. Both cities are in mandatory evacuation areas, and just how much trouble they will be in their time will depend on the last-minute wobbles of the storm as it approaches the coast. If its 150 mph winds remain undiminished at landfall, Laura would be among the strongest storms to hit the United States. According to data compiled by Philip, a research scientist at Colorado State University who studies hurricanes, and it would be equal to the strongest recorded hurricane to come ashore to Louisiana. A massive 1856 storm that so devastated lost land, a player retreat for sugar barons that it all but disappeared. Hurricanes Katrina and Wright in 2005 reached Category 5 strength, which requires sustained winds of at least 157 mph, while in the Gulf of Mexico, but made landfall as Category 3 storms. However, Katrina pushed a deadly storm surge that reached 28 feet in some places. When this met a poorly built flood protection system around New Orleans, most of the city was flooded and more than 1,800 were killed. Laura is expected to make landfall late Wednesday night or early Thursday, most likely in the marshy plains near the Texas. Louisiana state line, the cities of Lake Charles, Port Arthur, and Beaumont are all gravely threatened by the storm, and all are under mandatory evacuation orders. This is very serious storm. Governor John Bell Edwards of Louisiana said during a briefing on Wednesday, pleading with residents again to heed official warnings. In the 5 years I have been governor, I don't believe I have had a press conference where it was my intention to convey the sense of urgency that I am trying to convey right now. Mr. Edwards said our state has not seen a storm surge like this in many decades. City and county officials in Texas and Louisiana have issued evacuation orders affecting more than 5 lakh residents, particularly those living in low-lying areas. In Texas, thousands of emergency workers, including the National Guard, were poised to spring into action with boats, aircrafts, and their equipment. Then the storm hits. As iNews shows, storm threatens to bring tornadoes and flash floods. The director of National Hurricane Center said in a video posted to Twitter late Wednesday that the swirling rain bands moving through the Gulf of Mexico were extremely strong, and that the eyewall of the storm was getting over too close to shore. Anybody watching these areas along the Louisiana coast, I mean, it is too dangerous to be outside, said the director. I hope you are not there. I hope you evacuated. So now we are going to tell you the geography of the region around Lake Charles offers little buffer. The city of Lake Charles, right in the path of Hurricane Laura, sides some 30 miles inland from the Gulf of Mexico, but this does not mean it is safe from an unsurvivable surge expected to march in front of the storm. Between the city and the coast lies mostly treeless marshland, which most dangerously is cut through with shipping channels that lead directly in from the Gulf, with the storm surge predicted to be as high as 20 feet. These channels provide conduits like a hose going in, said Paul Kemp, a professor of coastal sciences at Louisiana State University. On the other side, evacuees fill up hotel rooms in San Antonio and Austin. As Hurricane Laura intensified on Tuesday, the San Antonio Fire Department turned a parking lot near downtown into a registration area for thousands of evacuees trying to obtain government-sponsored hotel vouchers. By 5 p.m. on Wednesday, more than 2,100 people had already been assigned rooms, with a line of cars more than a mile long waiting to enter the lot. And on the other side, 2 planes sent to evacuate a city in Laura's path took off empty. The coastal city of Port Arthur, Texas, which has about 50,000 residents, also sits in Hurricane Laura's predicted path, prompting the city's mayor to issue a mandatory evacuation order that took effect on Tuesday morning. By Wednesday afternoon, with Laura just hours from expected landfall, the state of Texas sent 2 C-130 aircraft to provide residents a last chance to get out. But after a short wait, the planes took off without taking anyone abroad, said Alex Rupp, the airport director for Jack Brock's Regional Airport. No matter how much experience residents of Louisiana and Texas have with storms blowing in from the Gulf of Mexico, the decision to evacuate can be an agonizing one. But in the grip of the coronavirus pandemic, it was become ever more complicated. Many living in Laura's path, particularly those vulnerable to the virus or caring for older relatives, have found themselves weighing the risk of riding out the storm against potential exposure to virus. Others simply don't have the means to escape, as their livelihoods evaporated when the economy cratered. The worth of the storm is bound for a part of Louisiana that has also been hit hard with the coronavirus, with officials noting that Calcasieu parishes have the state's highest positivity rate for coronavirus. So I hope that everyone will be careful about this emergency. So be careful and be safe. For more videos and updates, please subscribe our YouTube channel Khabardan and also push the bell button. Thank you so much.